Okay, let's look at the potential for a growth tool for loans or finance. So this one here, it's going to depend on the jurisdiction that you have, and it's also going to depend on your approval process. So let's go through a rough draft demo of how it could possibly work. And obviously we would just branch this differently to suit your needs. So you'd have a button somewhere or a link in an email or a post on Facebook with a link in it or an ad on Facebook or whatever, and it'd link to here. And then once they got into this Messenger chatbot, they get hit with this. In around 1 minute, you'll have a great answer to the question about if you may qualify for a car loan. Let's get started. Are you currently employed? Yes. Okay, so you can watch over here now. Do you have good credit? Yes. Do you have pay slips for the last 3 months? Yes. Okay. What is your type of employment? Let's go with full-time. Awesome. Now in the phone that would scroll up by itself. Awesome. Things are looking great so far. Do you have any current loans or credit? No. Okay. It seems like you may qualify for a loan. How would you like to, I should say comma, how would you like, comma, how would you like to make contact? How would you like to make contact to make certain and find your limit? So, great. It seems like you may qualify for a loan. How would you like to make contact to make certain and find out your limit? And it's got to have your details and your license number, and that would be like, okay, so great. It seems like you may qualify for a loan. How would you like to make contact to make certain and find your limit? And then you'd have to have whatever contact information is required by law for this type of advertisement or lead bait. And then you'd have the buttons where, so if they go call now, it would pop up with their phone number. Okay. If they go please call me, then what it would say is what is your best phone number? And they'd input it, and then it would say what is the best day and time to call? And up that would pop. Okay, so if we just go back a step, or if they might go email or message me. Okay, so then it's going to come up and it's going to go, it's going to have this one. Great. What's your email? And then we'd pop in a thank you message with your contact details again. And that would be the end of that sequence. So let's take a look if they answer the questions differently. Are you currently employed? No. Sorry, we only provide loans to currently employed people. Now, always provide a back to the start option of some form, because sometimes people bump the wrong buttons, okay? So I'll just go back. Now, what about if they go yes and they go, great, do you have good credit? And they go, unsure. You can check your free score here. So I give them 3 options where they can check their score, okay? And then it says come back and press yes or no above or below. So they come back and they press yes. Do you have pay slips for the last 3 months? No. Can you do any of the following? Can you get your pay slips, or can you show deposits being made into your account for 3 months? Let's say I can show deposits. Great. Please get hold of your pay slips and or bank statements, then make contact, and I will be able to let you know for sure and how much you qualify for. Okay, so that's another way through the bot. So all it is it's just a series of yes-no outcomes with a flow chart, and we take them through to give the outcomes that you ultimately have, which is probably based on about 3 or 4 outcomes. One would be, yes, they qualify, please apply, here's my contact details, or how would you like to be contacted? The second one is, look, it looks like you may qualify, or it looks like we may need to contact you to see if you qualify. And the third major one would be, sorry, at the present time it doesn't look like you qualify, but please stay in touch. So here's our Facebook page or our Facebook group, or here's my contact details, or whatever you want to do. And the fourth one would be if they just didn't qualify at all, maybe you have some other service, like, so as an example, what I added in here was a debt consolidations service. So in one of these steps, I've asked them to add up their repayments, okay, and work out their percentage of their loans versus their net monthly income. And they click on these buttons. So if they click 35%, it says, it seems like you may qualify for a loan, okay? Whereas if they hit, say, 30 to 50%, it says, let's talk and discuss. And if they hit 50%, then it says, sorry, it seems like you may have maxed out and not qualify for a loan, but now we offer them another service. So we say, you could consider contacting us to speak to a debt consolidation specialist who may assist you in managing your current limit. So there's no use throwing this lead away. Even though this person might not be your lead, your company or your network or someone who you partner up with might pay for that lead or might want that lead, and you could pass that lead off onto that person, and if they come through as a client, then you would obviously get something in return or whatever the arrangement was. So don't necessarily, just because they don't fit in your business model, don't throw the lead away, okay? And you could partner up with someone where they perhaps pass off if it's a debt consolidation mob, they might pass their clients who are getting their debt under control back to you as a reciprocal arrangement. So the way they got into that question about how much debt they have is, if they had a full-time job, then we hit them with this question: do you have any current loans or credit cards? And when they go yes, then we ask them about it, okay? And we ask what they have here. Now, if they want to go into the debt consolidation funnel, what we do is we ask them, how much is your biggest loan and how much do you owe? How much is your monthly repayment on that loan? And then we say, do you have any other loans, cards, or repayments? Now, if they say no, then it takes them to our contact page. If they say yes, then it takes them to the next one. We say, how much is your second biggest amount owing? And we go through that cycle several times. Eventually, around about the third or fourth loan, depending on what our tolerance is, we can see basically, okay, this person really needs help. And we've got enough information. Then what we do is we, on the last step, so if we go yes again, takes them to the third step. How much is your, that should say, third biggest amount? What is your monthly repayments on that debt? Do you have any more loans? Yes. Okay, and then you see it says, let's chat, rather than asking for more details. Okay, and that's basically how we can run a lead magnet. And again, on this page here, we probably have to have those license details before they contact us. And so you'd have a picture of yourself, you have your license and contact details, or whatever you're required to have via your legislation anytime that they end up near the end of a sequence.